Oh my God, I had the best memory on Facebook last week. Facebook memories are great, aren't they? So that was the first event after lockdown in a club. I played that record to a completely packed out code at 3 a.m. in the morning, and it was literally like 400 multiple orgasms at once with 2,000 people. It was insane. Um, great memories. It seems time ago that, doesn't it? Lockdown. So, welcome to today's meeting. First of all, massive thanks to everyone who came on Saturday. It was just the best. Being around that energy again, being around the team, having laughs, having conversations, and doing some crazy stuff. So yeah, really inspired me to do the next one, which I will be releasing today. I think I'm going to double check it again, but the 14th of September seems the best date for everyone. Everyone's up for a little bit of a night hike, which needs to be well planned. It means there's a few more health and safety things that need to come in and brief in, but it will be amazing to get to the top of Malham Cove for sunrise as point one, before moving on to Janet's Foss, which is a huge waterfall, which will be a little bit more impressive than the jacuzzi we ended up in that on Saturday. It's certainly I think 3 Shires Head was the waterfall version of a catfish. Like it looked much better. Even the pictures you guys took, you look at like that little one that Debbie got in first, and you're like, even that looked huge on the pictures, and I'm like, that's not even a shower. And then that main part in the pictures, it looked like, oh, this is a huge pool that people can swim in. Oh, I know, actually, it's as big as about half a back garden. But you know, these are the things you never really know until you go to these places. But the Janet's Foss one looks impressive. So excited to get that out today for you guys. So moving on to today's training, couple of things, thoughts that I've had and changes this weekend before we move on to it. Now, everyone is about to think that I'm absolutely off my tits. So there's absolutely no change there whatsoever. Linny P's going to kill me. Ali's probably going to give me a bollocking. But here's the kicker. Made my decision. I'm going to stand by it, and we're going to see what happens. I'm coming off all medication today apart from paracetamol. Now, again, see Linny's face straight away. You might think I'm crazy, but 8 weeks of codeine and all the other stuff, we'll see what happens. 1, it's screwed my head. 2, it's screwed my energy. And 3, here's the thing to pull in that you guys can take away from it. Every 4 hours, every packet left on the side is giving me a reminder of the pain that I'm in. And this is the way my brain has started to channel. Don't forget, I'm not bigging myself up, but I've run 200 fucking miles. So I'm quite good at overcoming a pain threshold and various other things. Now, I don't want that reminder every 4 hours. I want to distance my mind from this situation. I want to take my head away from it, because this is how the chain of things are going. Go back, probably you guys said the best training I ever did is the one on how your thoughts control your decisions, your thoughts control your life, the power of your life. Your thoughts are the most powerful tool you have. So what is currently happening is that's leading to it being my dominant thoughts all the time. What's happened, the pain I'm in, on repeat. Now, it might be a tough week, we'll see. But if we don't know, we'll never find out, will we? And the thought process is, I'm in pain, take pain relief, numbs it for a bit, nothing ever kind of changes. And that's reminding me that what I do when I feel pain is I take pain relief and then I repeat that process. It's a solid reminder regularly every single day. So where I'm going to work on now is when I feel pain, I'm going to go into deep mindset and meditation work to take myself away from the way I'm feeling and what's happening and what's going on and what I can't change and what I can't control. And I'm going to move it into the things that I am in control of. I don't know what you guys were like, but I got home at like 6 o'clock. I slept until about 3 o'clock in the morning. Then I woke up and then I slept yesterday. Like, I didn't even realize the knock-on consequence. We've got a man who hasn't done any exercise for however long, 8 weeks. And then I did that twice in 16 hours and then wondered why I was really tired. But what else did it show me? What did Saturday show me? It showed me that I can do it. When I needed to do it for other people, I could do it. I found the energy. I found the motivation. I found what I needed to do it. So there's actually no reason why, well, I couldn't because it would take too long, but there's no reason why I couldn't continue to do that every day this week. Or I can keep being a fucking pussy and talking about how much pain I'm in. I can keep medicating myself and self-soothing to a level where I'm asleep half of the day. That's not where I want to be. This may not work out the way I want it to go, but I've thought long and hard about it. Thought about nothing else most of last night, and it's what I'm going with. So we shall see. And I hope it's going to be a mission where I can show you guys how you can use your mind to overcome things. So, moving on to today's training. Drop me a yes if fear holds you back from making decisions. Drop me a yes if fear often prevents you from making decisions. And this is fear, let me just open the chat as well. Fear combined with, very often as well, fear of, I think the biggest fear we all subconsciously battle is the fear of what other people think. I won't post this reel. I won't do this post. I won't have this awkward conversation. I won't end the relationship. I won't say this to my boss. I won't say this to my partner. I won't take this new thing that I want to do in life. I won't, start the new hobby. I won't get the new job. I won't start the new relationship. I won't ask the girl out. I won't ask the boy out. I won't ask the unicorn out. I won't say I'm gonna lose weight. I won't go on a fitness mission. I won't stop drinking. I won't tell any of those things, right? We often don't do the thing that would skyrocket our life to the next level. I could even use it as an example. I'm not going to stop taking the medication because fear of what people will say, fear of what my GP will say, I'm not afraid. And I've journaled that last night. The other thing in combination with fear is a feeling of lacking, or what I'm going to call a lacking state. A lacking state is what holds people back. You guys have heard me say so many times now, and I have had it tattooed on the back of my eyelids. They're slowly recovering. I felt this more than ever on Saturday. Wealth is nothing more than a feeling of gratitude triggered. Wealth is nothing more than I hope I didn't get it tattooed wrong. Wealth is nothing more than a feeling of abundance triggered by gratitude. And that's the biggest thing that the events on Saturday gave me. I just stood there at the beginning when we had that photo. That's why I wanted to take it, and that's why I wasn't in it. Because I wanted to see you guys. And it reminded me, brighten this up, just how lucky I am. And I did that for about an hour this morning. I went around the house. I looked at everything. I looked at some photos. I looked at some memories. I looked at my album of Logan. I thought, God, you're so lucky, Lee. You've already got more than enough. I say this to you guys so often. You've already got more than enough. You were born more than enough. Everything that you ever want is within you. And on Thursday, I'm going to record the meditation with you guys live. The one that I'd planned for Saturday, but there was nowhere to do it. There wasn't anywhere to lay all the towels out that was going to get you in alignment, where I was going to be able to get you to the place where I needed you to be, like when we were at Bottomere, in order for it to work. And also, I don't think it's not something to do when there's children there. It might have an effect on them, but most kids aren't at the age where they're going to sit down and get deep into a 15-minute meditation. So I'm going to do that meditation on Thursday live, and then you'll have the audio recording that Ed's going to put some music to, and the video recording to be able to listen to. And I believe listening to that every day is going to change your life. So where we revert to in our careers, in our bank accounts, in our results, in our lives, in our relationships, in our emotions and feelings about ourselves is I don't have enough money. I don't have enough love. I don't have enough clients. I don't have enough success. I don't have enough progress. I don't have enough love. I don't have enough friends. I don't have enough support. That's a big one. So we very much go into I don't have, and then we go into I'm not enough. It will never happen for me. I will fail. I don't have what it takes to succeed. All these self-limiting beliefs. That hold us back. And we go into this play of, I need to take. I need to get. I need to get all of these things. What's that fucking phrase that people use? I need to get all my ducks in a row, which you can never do, by the way. Show me a picture in a lake of a load of ducks in a fucking row. They're not, are they? You're lucky if you get 2 together, let alone 5. It's an old phrase that goes down to when people used to put pictures on a wall. Some people do it to a level where they'll never start. I need to get all my ducks in a row, and then I'm going to sort my relationship out. I need to get all my ducks in a row, and then I need to figure out changing my job. I need to get all my ducks in a row, and then I'm going to start losing weight. I need to get all my ducks in a row, then I'm going to start drinking. You'll never get the fucking ducks in a row, so you'll never start. Classic procrastination. After Thursday's meditation, there's going to be a 5-part masterclass on procrastination. A lot of learning I've done from Rob Moore, who's written a book called Start Now, Get Perfect Later. I'm going to take that whole book down into 5 easy to watch sessions. So as he says, you can start being a master, not a disaster, when it comes to taking control. You know, the classic procrastination thing, isn't it? So that's all the ducks in a row. Oh, I need to do this. I need to do this really important thing for work and for me, but I'll just tidy the whole house first, and then I'll do the bedroom, and then I've done this. I'll organise all my clothes into alignment, and then I'll. You remember the classic story of when I had the mix to do for the radio, which needed to be submitted on Saturday, and on Friday I decided to unwire everything in the studio, remove every speaker, every wire, every deck, every recording thing, to clear it out, clean it, and get it all back in because I wasn't happy with how the sound sounded in the room. Classic. That's not even procrastination, that's pre-crastination. And what we need to understand, and what these trainings will teach you, is you're not a procrastinator. That's the most stupid fucking label in the world. What you mean is, sometimes you have a habit of putting important things off and not doing the things that you need to do. That's it. You know, you have to be very careful with, stop giving yourself labels. Am I going off on a tangent here or what? You can't give yourself labels. I am insert X. Because what you say about yourself, you will become. You know, you're not a procrastinator. Sometimes you just have the habits of doing certain things, which we can fix. So, back to this feeling of lacking. Most people who don't feel like they have enough sabotage their own lives because it gets to them so much. This constant feeling of lacking. Yes, Lindsay, you are a supermodel. You are enough. You are incredible. You are perfect in every way. And you were born a miracle because you won a 400 million one race for your sperm to even meet that egg. Let's go. Write that down and remind yourself every morning you're perfect as you are. So people sabotage their own lives when they operate from a feeling of lack and a feeling of scarcity, because we're constantly chasing. We're trying to get love. What happens if you chase men or women? They run away. Classic male that turns women off. Chasing them. Classic behavior that leads to people quitting on fitness and fat loss plans. Chasing results. Chasing a number on a scale. And then when they don't get the thing that they need to feel like they're enough, to feel like the week was a success, to feel like they won, they go and eat the cake, drink the booze, sniff the line, place the bet, whatever your thing is, because they sabotage their own lives, because they don't feel like enough. They tried to get it, what they needed to be enough, and when they didn't get the thing they feel like they needed to be enough, it compounded the feeling that they're not enough. So they said, look, what's the point? Let's go and get fucked up. I'll never be able to achieve it. I will always fail. I don't have what it takes. Lacking. If we want success, we have to operate from a feeling of abundance. And what this meditation will do, it's so powerful if you do it properly. I need to stop banging the table when I'm talking and wobbling my belly on the side of the table, which is shaking it. So when we operate from this place, we can't operate. The meditation is so powerful, it will lead you to believe that you're already there. How would you operate if you knew it was going to happen? Imagine doing the training knowing that you are already going to have the body. Doing the work knowing that you are always going to make the wealth. Doing anything in life knowing that you are already going to win, that you've already arrived. How would you operate? How would you operate if you didn't need to take from the world? You didn't need to get more. With calmness and clarity. And the big thing with this, right, if you look on social media, you see people doing this a mile off. And I've been guilty of it and done it for years. So anything on my videos, if anyone ever gets triggered and gets called out and thinks, Lee's a cunt for saying that, one, you'll only think that if it's true. Remember this, you only get triggered by the truth, and that includes me. Tell you a little story about Saturday at the end as well, when Ed indirectly, not on purpose, called me out on my own bullshit, and trust me, it was bullshit. So anything that I say is something I've done, okay? So if you look at fake people on social media, and I would say that's, I don't even know, 75% of people on social media. They're looking for attention. What am I doing when I used to post 3 to 4 naked selfies on my stories on Instagram every week? Looking for attention, looking for significance, looking for someone to validate my body, looking for someone to say you look great. Someone to say you look great. And then I wonder why, rather than prospective clients mentioning gay, you know, a high percentage of my Instagram followers are gay men who sometimes send me very crude, dirty messages and videos. But I've created that by begging for attention. And I had a turning point on this. And, you know, going back to being triggered, I once posted a picture, and one of my friends, who I won't mention, she replied to my story saying, "Beggy as fuck." And I wanted to smash her face in. Not really, she's a female, but you know what I mean. Figuratively speaking. Why did it trigger me? It's true. Everything I was doing at that point in life was beggy as fuck. Looking for attention, desperately overcompensating for who I didn't feel I was, repelling my ideal customer. You know, does me constantly showing my physique, is that really going to attract people who need help, or is it going to repel people because they think his plan will be too tough and I'm never going to look like that, so what's the point? It's not relatable, is it? So looking for attention, desperately overcompensating for what I didn't feel I was, and that nobody was ever going to love and accept me the way I was. Nobody was ever going to love and accept me if I didn't have money. Nobody was ever going to love and accept me if I didn't have a great body. Nobody was ever going to love and accept me if I didn't have a nice house, if I didn't have a nice car, if I wasn't successful. So then what happens is, and you guys that have been here a while have seen me go through, it's about 16 months into this emotional journey now since I started working with Kieran. But what happens is, drop me a yes if you've done this. Be honest, right? Either on Instagram, on Facebook, or in your personal life, you show up as someone that you believe other people will like, rather than yourself. You show up as someone you think other people will love, rather than yourself. You show up as someone that you believe other people will find good enough, rather than yourself. You show up as someone you believe people will buy from, rather than yourself, not realizing that you're actually repelling them. So here's the best example, right? I told Gordon about this when I planned this training. Again, I'm calling myself out. This is me, not recently, but this is me like 10 years ago, 10 to 15 to 20 years ago. The loud person at the party, the center of attention, the person that bounds into the room and everybody knows they're there, the person who's most pissed, most off their head, dancing on the table, taking their top off, constantly talking about who they know, what they've achieved, posting pictures of themselves with famous people. I did that. Name dropping. I used to name drop all the time when I was spending time with famous DJs. Oh, girls will think I'm really cool if they know I'm friends with Jamie Jones. Girls will think I'm really cool if they know I've got fucking, can't even think of his name now, Howard Donald's number in my phone, which I had at points actually used to show people. I know Howard Donald, look at this picture. I know every time, I know I DJ'd with Camel Fat at Snowbombing, look at this picture. Desperately overcompensating, doing it on my stories, doing it in my life, doing it in real life, constantly telling people and talking about all your achievements, how cool you are, what you've overcome, trying to get attention, trying to get love, trying to get admiration. Showing everybody how much I'd achieved, showing everybody my car and my house, showing everybody how clever and successful you are. I did that for years. And all of that this is what I've learned. All of that is surface level bullshit that attracts the wrong man or woman, it attracts the wrong client, and it impresses fucking no one who you should really want in your life. If someone comes into your life as a result of all those things, you attracted the wrong person, because they've not been attracted to you at your deep, authentic level. They've been attracted to you at what you quote unquote have. Because you're coming from a place of, I need validation to feel loved. AKA all of that above is me. Classic Lee Freeman, and I learned the hard way. Because I was operating from scarcity and fear. I was operating from a place that I don't have enough. By the way, any guys watching who do that predominantly, and some women predominantly men, but some women, no female finds that attractive. Women, ladies, drop me a yes. Are you really ever that impressed by a guy's money, his watch, his wealth, his pictures with celebrities, how expensive his shoes are, how he keeps telling everybody what he's achieved and how impressive he is? No, it's the opposite. It's the classic story. Like, guys are at a party and they're like, ooh, I wonder if she's noticed my Rolex. Oh, I wonder if she's noticed my abs. I'll just lift my top up again to show them. I wonder if she's noticed my car that's parked outside. I'm going to tell her how famous I am and how many DJs I've worked with and all the places I've DJ'd at and how big my dick is. Etc., etc. One of those is a lie, by the way. But they're not impressed. Even if the girl likes the guy, she's thinking, ooh, I wonder if he's noticed I haven't done my hair. Oh, fuck, I haven't done my makeup. Oh, fuck. I wonder if he's noticed all these flaws about me. If she likes the guy, that's what she's noticing. She doesn't like the guy, she just thinks he's a prick. And yet the guy thinks he's actually impressing the woman. Anyway, we're going off on tangent here, what to talk about. So, operating from a place of scarcity and fear. So, I don't have enough, I need more to be happy. Basically, I need all of these things in order to be attractive to a woman. If he's a keeper, he can fix things around the house. Well, I'm fucked then for the rest of my life because I can't even put a curtain pole up. This is where it's all going wrong. Somebody order me a DIY book on Amazon now. So anyway, we're operating from this place of scarcity. And again, we do it in our own life. I need to lose weight in order to be happy. I need to lose more. I need to make more money. I need a new holiday. I need a new car. I need a new handbag. I need a new dress. I need a new fucking everything to either make myself happy, to plaster over the trauma, or I need new things to make other people think I'm happy and for them to like me. So when we switch, right, and this is when I'm going to come on to why G-Man is such a legend. When we're operating from a place of gratitude, a place of abundance, a place of already arrived. Lindsay, have a great day. Love you lots. And we work on this place of growth and contribution. You'll attract everything that you want and the right people organically, naturally, without trying. And you only have to be your authentic self to get all those things. But being authentic, I don't even think, this is not even what today's training was planned on, by the way, but it sounds cool, so I'm rolling with it. Being authentic comes from operating from a place of already having enough. You can't be authentic if you're not operating from a place of abundance. Because you're trying to get stuff. You're trying to take. Jan, you're another great example, although we need to rebalance this out, as we've spoken about, because she's gone too far the other way. But, you know, like whether it was like the meat from the gamekeeper or various things we could talk about, when Jan really started operating from a place of abundance, like people just started giving her stuff. And it used to be, we used to look in her wins and every week someone had just given her something. She hadn't asked them for it. She hadn't said, hi, this sounds so wrong, but she hadn't said, hi, can I have some free meat? She'd just been authentic and people started giving her stuff. She wasn't trying to be someone she's not. So when you can operate from a place of abundance, I've gone one page of 30 notes down there. When you can operate from a place of abundance, when you can operate from a place of already being enough, when you can be your true authentic self, when you can stop bullshitting yourself and other people trying to think it will lead to you getting what you want, you will attract everything you've ever wanted everything you've ever desired without even trying. So who's the number one person at all events since they started that people gravitate towards, that people think's amazing, that people think's sound. There's a lot of people in this group, but Gordon is the number one person. I've seen him at every event since the start. He spends time with new people. He takes time out. He realizes that who they are. He's done this for 2.5, 3 years now. But he doesn't ever try to be someone that he's not to impress them. He doesn't talk about how much money he's got. He doesn't talk about how big his house is, how many cars, what he's achieved. When he played hockey for England, most of you probably don't even know that. Sorry guys, Gordon, when he played hockey for Scotland, I'm gonna get fucking crucified for that. Anyway, he doesn't, does he? He's just kind, caring, authentic, honest, loving, listens over talking, seeks first to understand before being understood, and he's just a loving, genuine, honest person. And he's achieved and probably has more than most of all of us put together. But he doesn't need to prove himself. He is just himself. He's the most authentic man I've ever met in my life. And I'm truly grateful that he's in it. So, but imagine the opposite, and I'm using this as an example. Imagine if he rocked up at every event and he was like, yeah, I used to play hockey for Scotland. Yeah, I've achieved this. Yeah, my business turned over X last year. Yeah, have you seen my house? Yeah, have you seen my Audi? Yeah, have you seen my Range Rover? People would be like, fucking hell, wind it in, what a prick. But that's what so many men and women do to prove themselves. And I tell you what, it's not your fault. And also we need to be careful about how we judge other people on it. Because the reason why I was doing those things, and especially when that nice friend of mine commented beggy as fuck, which I did kind of need to hear, what was I doing? What's the girl doing who posts her ass, her back fanny, her fake boobs every day on Instagram stories? The girl that's got the amazing body. What's the guy doing who constantly posts about his wealth, his Rolex, his Ferrari? What am I doing to a level sometimes when I still do the big challenges? Anyone who's operating from that place is desperately trying to cover up their insecurities. And that's how I've moved to non-judgmental. When a girl posts a picture of her boobs now, once I've got over the fact of, wow, those boobs are incredible, because basically boobs are life and they are incredible. When I said I've thought about nothing else last night apart from coming off the medication, I've lied. I thought about boobs multiple times. Anyway, moving swiftly on. She doesn't really think she had the fake boobs in the first place because she didn't feel she was enough without them. She posts the nude every day because inside she's dying. She doesn't know who she is. She's desperately trying to get love and validation. So again, we have to, as humans, I must not look at that person and think, fuck me, she loves herself, don't she? God, I love boobs, but if I see one more pair of your boobs on my Instagram stories, I'm going to unfollow you. Or look at him showing off with his car. Look at him showing off with his holiday. Look at her showing off with her handbag. Yes, we should celebrate wins. Of course we should. But the people that are operating from that place are deeply unhappy. They're inauthentic. They're dying inside. They're insecure and they're wearing a mask. So we shouldn't judge them the same way they shouldn't judge us. You know, we should feel for them because they're in that same position rather than judging them, because they're actually sometimes in a worse position than the people that aren't showing off. So Gordon gets all this incredible love just through being himself. He turns up and he's himself without expectation. And if he did all that other stuff, he'd just repel everyone. because you attract the energy that you operate from. So if you're operating from a place of scarcity and I don't have enough, you're gonna attract that from other people as well. If you're operating from a place of I'm not lovable, you're going to attract people who won't really love you. If you're operating from a place of I don't have enough money, I need to get more, you're going to repel wealth. If you're going to operate from a place of I need to lose X amount of pounds in order to feel like you're good enough, you're going to repel fat loss. But when you operate from a place of authenticity, when you operate from an energy of already having enough, which this meditation is going to brainwash you into for 15 solid minutes, that's the longest I've ever lasted. On a meditation, stop laughing, Jan, stop laughing, Stephen. Dr. Joe Dispenza, they go into meditations for like 4 hours. 15 minutes is my max. So when we operate from this place of love, compassion, abundance, confidence, gratitude, generosity, honesty, integrity, being willing to get hurt. If you're operating from a place of I'm not going to love anyone because I might get hurt, then you're never going to attract anything. You have to operate from a place of I'm going to love like I've never been hurt. I'm going to dance like nobody's watching. I'm going to operate like nobody's watching, because you'll attract the same. So again, if we are like, sorry ladies, calling you out, but you know, this whole when people operate from all men are bad, all men are arseholes, and every other phrase in between, men will always hurt you, men can't be trusted. I mean this with love and abundance. Fuck off. It's so judgmental. All men aren't the same. You've just been hurt by a few bad eggs. You've got to drop that. You will never attract your dream guy. Imagine that. It's like, oh, all men are bad. Oh, that's really going to attract a good man. It's like, we do it. I do it. I went from a place in my life where I was like, I'm just never going to have another relationship with another woman because every woman that's ever been in my life has left and hurt me. So I'll just stop trying. Imagine what you're going to attract. You're operating from a place of hate, judgment, scarcity, lack, fear, envy, jealousy, inauthenticity. Not having enough. Again, if you're operating from a place of, I'm not happy on my own, I need a woman or a man to fill this void, you're going to attract, I'm not happy on my own and I need a man or a woman to fill my life. And then when you get together and have some good sex, often after being induced on alcohol, which is what people in that place normally do because they're sad and lonely and desperate and depressed, so they go to the pub, which is where they meet. And then you have your orgasm, which is the same emotion and hormone as being in love, and then they think they're in love, and very sadly, quite often then a baby is born, and then 6 months further down the line, they realise the relationship was based on nothing more than drugs and sex and alcohol. And before they know it, the relationship's ended. The man leaves, woman operates to all men are arseholes. That man is an arsehole if he just fucked off and didn't stand by her and the child. But then we operate from that place, and time again. And I've said this before, you can't be the C looking round for the D to make the full circle. Be the full circle first, and then you'll attract another full circle. But if you're operating from, write that down now. If I will attract the energy that I operate from. So if I'm operating from love, compassion, abundance, confidence, gratitude, generosity, honesty, integrity, and a feeling of nobody can hurt me, and if they do, it's not about me, then you're going to attract the same. If you're operating from hate, fear of getting hurt, judgment, scarcity, lack, envy, jealousy, you're going to be inauthentic and attract the same. So it all starts with you. It all starts with us. Which we'll go back to the start now. It all starts with operating from a place of abundance. It all operates from a place of feeling like you're already enough. It all operates from giving without expectation. It all starts with you, and it all starts with your energy. You have to love like you've never been hurt. You have to operate like you can't fail. Because if you don't, if you always feel like you're not enough and you don't have enough, then you'll always fail. So here's the fix, right? And this is what I want you to take away mostly from today's training. So if I'm lacking in love, this is hard, by the way, guys. If I'm lacking in love, I need to give love without expectation. But then if it doesn't come back, we can't operate from, oh, I gave that my everything and I still got hurt. Because you'll go back to operating from scarcity. When you keep giving from a place of abundance, eventually the right things and the right people will show up. But you're not in charge of how quickly that happens. And you're not in charge of how quickly you might have to move through the wrong things, i.e. kissing the frogs, in order to attract the right thing. You can't stop every time you hit a rumble strip. So if you're lacking in money, this all sounds ludicrous, but you need to give money. It might even just be giving a couple of pounds to the person in the supermarket. It might just be sponsoring somebody. But if we're operating from a place of, I don't have enough money, I need to protect what I am, you're never going to attract money. If you're operating from a place of, I don't love, I can't love, and I'm not gonna love because I'll get hurt, and I've done this too many times, you're never gonna do it. I actually said this to Peter Sage as well. When I met him, we were having a conversation, and he was kind of like, you know, what is it that you still struggle with? And I said it at the time, and it's crazy because it was quite a long time ago. So I knew a long time ago before I'd taken action on it. I said, I can't scratch my itch, no matter how hard I try. And he said, what do you mean? And I went, whether it's like running 100 miles or buying the house or making the money or doing the ultras or anything, no matter what I achieve, I never feel like it's enough. I never feel like I'm enough. Like I could make what some people would consider a yearly salary in 1 month, and I never feel like it's enough. So I revert back to scarcity and it's not enough. And then I have the worst month of my life afterwards. Whether I win the competition, get the award, launch the business, date the model, whatever I get, it never ever feels like enough. So what do you think I was lacking in? Lacking in love, lacking in money, lacking in attention, lacking in validation, lacking in affection, lacking in significance, lacking in absolutely everything. Even though, right, this is the twister, right? Even though I was smashing it, as people would say, it never felt like I was enough. And that was because of the place that I was operating from. I get it now. And the reason why I've done that, because if you want more attention, give people attention. If you want more love and affection in your relationship, stop fucking moaning about not getting it and start giving it. Do you think, like, this is so many people do this in relationships, and I have as well. Oh, I'm not getting the love and affection that I want from my partner, so I'll tell you what, I'll stop giving it and I'll just start moaning about what I'm not getting. Drop me a yes if you've done that, either on the YouTube replay or here. He's not giving me any love, so he can fuck off if he thinks he's getting any from me. She's not giving me any attention. Like the games, right? This is stupid. Don't text back on the first day. Well, he's not texted me, so I'm not texting him. Okay, so you think that removing your attention, you think removing your affection, removing all your love, and on top of that, not communicating, is going to make that person more attractive and gravitate towards you to give you what you want and what you're not giving. Ridiculous, isn't it? When you think about it, it's ridiculous. You have two people in a relationship that are angry at each other, but both of them are refusing to have the conversation about the thing that's even happened. So this is what he said to me, and he used a cookie jar. This is fucking years ago. That's nearly 2 years ago. He used a cookie jar as an analogy. And he says, Lee, you've got this big cookie jar. And you're walking around and you're trying to get everyone, I fancy a cookie now, you're trying to get everyone to put cookies in your cookie jar. Fucking Richie's going to have a meltdown when he watches this one. He probably won't watch it. Be straight in the biscuit barrel. Anyway, sorry Richie. You're trying to get everyone to fill your cookie jar up. And you're saying, when everyone else has filled my cookie jar up, I'm going to feel like I'm good enough and I'm significant. It's okay. Yeah, I get that. He says, so you desperately want this significance, this love, this attraction, all of these things. I said, yeah. He said, start filling up other people's cookie jars. He said to me, I remember him saying it word for word. The quickest way to feel significant is to help other people feel significant. The quickest way to get love and attention is to give love and attention. The quickest way to feel validated and listened to is to validate and listen to other people. The quickest way to get affection is to give affection. How are you ever going to get love and affection from your partner if you're not giving any? You know, the amount, sorry guys as well, but the amount of men that quote unquote talk about not getting it, yet haven't done anything remotely romantic, affectionate, or even dated their partner in the last 6 months is off the scale. Classic man mentality. Sorry guys, probably women as well now a little bit. Bounds in from work, fucking covered in shit, goes upstairs, jumps in the shower, no affection, no love, no kiss, comes downstairs, expects their food on the table, doesn't really give any love or affection, never any flowers, never any doubted, never even told his partner how amazing she is or how incredible she is, and then expects her to be, you know, laid down upstairs with her legs open in a pair of suspenders 3 hours later, even though he's not said anything nice to her for the last 6 months, and then kicks off when that doesn't happen and turns his back. And then the couple are locked in that place, neither giving the other love, neither giving the affection, neither giving the significance, and both being too stubborn to open up and say, listen, this is really what I need. How can we make this happen? So whatever you are not giving, this is the roundup. Listen carefully, right? Whatever you are not getting and you don't feel you have enough of, scarcity, lacking, you're not getting it because you're operating from a place of needing it and not having it. You're operating from a place of, please fill up my cookie jar so I can feel the way I want to feel. So the fix to all of this, and the twist is, it has to happen without expectation. You can't sponsor somebody and then expect them to sponsor you back, and then feel pissed off when they don't. You sponsored them for the wrong reason. You can't buy someone a cookie and expect them to buy you a cookie back and then be pissed off when they don't. You bought the cookie for the wrong reason. You can't tell someone you love them and expect them to say they love you back. You told them you loved them for the wrong reason. That makes sense? So when you can operate from giving love, money, attention, affection, validation, significance, anything that you desire to have in your life that you currently feel you're lacking in, means you're operating from that place of scarcity. When you can give the thing you are lacking in from a place of already having enough of it, that's when the magic will happen. That's when the magic will flow back to you. That's when life will happen for you. That's when you will get everything you've truly desired. You know, I remember the words from Kieran. Word for word for word. All that Lee Freeman needs to get everything that he wants is to be himself. And when he can be himself, all the right things will show up and he'll attract everything he's ever desired. And he'll be impacting and inspiring people on a global level because he already feels like he's enough. Situations and circumstances may have convinced him otherwise, but he now knows that they are not true. And when he can just be himself, he will attract all of this success. Not the money that he has, not the cars that he has, not the body that he has, just being himself. And when you can first truly do that, and then operate from the place of, he didn't use this analogy, this is mine. Imagine operating from this place of, fucking hell, I've got too many cookies in this jar. Can't stop laughing. I keep thinking about Richie. I've got too many cookies in this jar, right? I've already got too much love, too much money, too much significance, too much attention, too much validation. My cookies are fucking spilling everywhere, all over this jar. I've got that many cookies. I'm trying to eat them as fast as I can, and the fucking jar keeps filling up, right? I need some people to give these cookies to because I've got too much cookies. I've got too many cookies. Imagine operating from that place, but the cookies are love, money, attention, validation, success, results, fat loss. That's the two things combined together that will absolutely change your life. Not Henry and my award, by the way. I'm not pointing at anything. Being yourself, being authentic, truly authentic, warts and all. Part of life should be as well. When was the last time you looked in the mirror with all your clothes off and just took 5 minutes? You don't have to do it with your clothes off, by the way, but it helps. And just truly took time to just notice how incredible you are. Bumps, blemishes, scars, and everything in between. And just took 5 minutes out to notice how magical your human body is. Do you know what it even does minute by minute? Do you know what it's even doing now in that second? Hundreds of thousands of chemical and hormonal reactions just to keep it alive, just to keep it moving. It's the most incredible gift you've ever been given. You are the most incredible gift you've ever been given. You are enough. You are magical. You were born a miracle. But when do we ever actually take time out just to appreciate this? Just to appreciate just this fucking vehicle that we're in. Just to appreciate how incredible it is. But yet we do the opposite. Babe? I don't know who I'm talking to, babe. But babe, you need to do this. When was the last time you ever did it? And it's hard, right? It's going to take time. You're not going to listen to me now and do this and all of a sudden be fixed. All of a sudden be a wine set. Fucking hell, Lee. All of a sudden be a mindset warrior. All of a sudden have an overspilling cookie jar. That's not going to happen overnight. All of these things take weeks, months, years of practicing. You're not going to feel like that when you look in the mirror. You're going to have to do it every day and keep practicing because your mind will auto reset too. What's not good about you? My dick's too small. My boobs are too saggy. I don't like that wart on my nose. I'm old. I'm grey. I'm bald. That scar's horrible. I hate myself. oh God, I look awful. It's where most people are operating from when they come to me. They want to lose weight because they hate their body. They want to improve their mindset because they hate their self. And the mind auto resets to everything that's good, not good enough, what you hate about yourself. So we need to switch it. If we're going to move from lacking and scarcity to love, abundance, and having enough, it takes time, it takes practice, daily practice. And this is what I hope this meditation will help with, because you can listen to it every day. You've got no reason not to listen to it every day. But until we can do that, until we can do those two things, so one is operating from the place of love and abundance and that I'm already enough, those two things combined, authenticity and abundance, those are the two keys to world-class living and moving towards your goals effortlessly. Your wants, desires and dreams flowing towards you for the greater good of all, because you already have enough. So you can just keep giving it out and attracting it. But if you don't have the cookies and you haven't created them internally yourself and removed the mask, drop the authenticity, being okay with who you are first, and then filling everything up. So one, I'm totally authentic. One, I understand I'm magical. One, I understand I'm everything that's great in the world. I am love. I am compassion. I am empathy. I am confidence. I am gratitude. I am generosity. I am honest. I am integrity. I am fucking incredible. In fact, I've got too much of these things already. Who else can I make feel incredible today? Who can I give some confidence to? Who can I give some gratitude to? Who can I send a message to? Who's currently sending their gratitude messages? Every day. Yes, I'm seeing some nods. I like this. You know, when I'm being truly honest, when I've got so much integrity, I want all of these things in abundance so I can give them away. So two, I need to be authentic. One, I need to be authentic. Two, I need to operate from this place of abundance. And hopefully now with my scattiness, you'll always remember the cookie jar. If you're struggling, revert back to, have I filled my cookie jar up? Before I started out on this day today, every single morning, and the meditation will help, have I filled my cookie jar up to a level where I've got enough cookies that I can start giving them out to everyone else? And I've detached myself from any form of need for those people to give me their cookies back. If they give me some cookies back, amazing. I'll accept them with gratitude. If they take all the cookies I've given them, eat them and run off into the future horizon, then I'm totally okay with that. I didn't give the cookie because I wanted the cookie back. I just gave the cookie because I've already got too many. I hope I haven't left you all too hungry with that completely random and unplanned cookie idea. What's the word? Cookie metaphor. But I think hopefully you'll remember it. Guys, you're all amazing. You're all enough. Be authentic. Be yourself. Operate from abundance. You're all enough. Stay unbreakable. I love you all.